symmetries.
My fine.
Why are you angry?
No, I just woke up.
Just woke up.
Is vaccine that is there? Huh? Oh, but actually, you have you taken? Have you got any vaccine shots?
What? Me?
Have you got any vaccine shots? Yeah.
Contract never see vaccination. Okay, the health professionals are seeing vaccination shots. We're in lockdown. People don't even know what's going on here. We're in another lockdown.
Wait, where are you? Another. Okay.
I'm in another lockdown.
Wow.
Wait, where are you again?
Canada now.
No.
Oh, it's UK that they're opening shit back up in Canada.
They opened it like for like 3 weeks and they closed it again.
Oh.
I wanted to play with our feelings.
Hope they start giving people money.
Everything is still expensive, and yet everything's on lockdown. Like,
Are they giving you guys money?
even if they're giving money, I can't get money because I'm a student. I'm an international student. So
Well, what is the stipulation to receive money?
the initial one was you have to be, I think you have to be local or you have to have PR, you gotta be a citizen or have PR, that type of thing. That was what it was initially. And they're giving money. So I don't know. But it is now.
So, what's it saying?
State, oh, they're provinces. I'm not in the state. So I'm in Ontario.
And Ontario, guys, come and visit you, man. I have babes.
They have babes. Where
You
are
have
they?
what?
Bills.
What?
What are you saying?
I said I have bills.
Bills?
Bills. That's what I said.
What? Stop lying.
Bills. BILLS.
Did you first say you have babes?
I said bills.
I had babes. Now
Me too, I heard babes.
Yeah, bills. Why did I ask you heard what?
I just wanted to be sure that's what I heard now.
Just confirming, just making sure.
Bills, I said. It's a long time, man.
I know, right?
Your beard has grown longer since the last one.
I always trim it, guys. I always trim my beard.
Is it connecting?
Are you joining one day? Please don't do that.
No,
My beard has always been almost connected. It's never going to connect. It's just going to be like
you don't know that. There's hope.
Yeah. I don't need to deceive myself when it comes to some things.
No, there is hope.
Because I did have an injury somewhere here when I was.
Oh, so there's a scar.
Like a little tear that was stitched there.
So, but at least the hair connects round of it.
Yeah, it does go round.
God is on your side. Well, we are still praying for grace and mercy to abound. So,
it's going to happen.
Honestly, I can't lie, I don't care. I care. But I'm not pressed about this issue. It's not keeping me up at night.
Are you sure?
Like Uncle B.
I'm pretty sure.
It's something that's not,
it's not keeping me up at night. It was so funny because even like what was it? 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I was just like, all right, I'm about to cut off my bed. And she was like, I just took a clip out.
I can't tell you how I felt that day. Because
I was looking like baby, but I was looking like Kara.
You were looking like primary GSS 1 KRF or 100 level KRF.
I can't imagine what will happen if I take everything off because
don't do it.
You will look weird.
My mom has been asking me to clean shit.
Don't do it, Chinka. Don't do it. I beg you.
She does not have your best interest at heart.
I mean,
Wake already did it. He looked, oh God.
Yeah, even me, I was like, okay. I mean, after 2 days, I got used to it. But immediately, I was like,
Like the first time, it's just like it's always like, what did I do?
Yeah. And I kept looking at
I
him
wasn't
like,
like, what did I do? Yeah, she was looking at me like she was looking at shit.
I was.
Then she was making me feel weird. So I was
I
like,
feel like it's that look that
the
nobody.
stuff is there. The stuff is there.
I don't know what will happen if I shave my head.
I was saying earlier that if I ever started to notice like I'm getting bored,
Wow.
one
Wow.
time,
If you
I'm
do
not even
what?
going to be. If I ever notice like I'm getting bored, one time taking that shit. I'm not doing struggle headline. I'm not. God, you see that shit where people be bored here.
You won't
God
get bored in
forbid.
Jesus' name.
You can't even catch me. It's not possible.
Can't
If I don't see that here is more shallow than
be cut.
yeah.
Wow.
Never to be caught bored.
See.
Okay, I'm confused. I took off 2 bulbs and I'm seeing just one.
What? What are you talking about?
Like I was changing the bulbs for my lights and I replaced the bulb and I took off 2. What I see. Okay. All right. So we took the vaccine today, or the first shot, or one shot of the vaccine.
Oh,
Vaccine.
how do you guys feel?
Ore was screaming.
You were screaming.
Are you really going to tell everybody that?
Yeah.
Friday is exaggerating.
Do you have a video, please? I'd like to see.
There's no no way, Mama Shehu. That nobody thought of recording that shit.
Everything they will vlog, but this one, you don't got them to vlog.
I was actually recording, but there was no way I could record that because of how I was positioned. I was recording.
Screaming.
You know, I had to almost come out of the car to turn my left arm. That's not true.
How does whether it's true or not? You're already proving that it's true.
Exactly. She said, thank God nobody recorded it.
You're screaming, bro. How do you guys feel? Yeah. Does it feel different? Because I think my dad said after I took the first one, after like a week or so, he was feeling feverish or something.
I mean, all I can say I experienced so far. Obviously, the one in Nigeria so I think the one in Nigeria is, what company did one in Nigeria? Is it something AstraZeneca or something like that?
I really don't know the companies that are in charge.
Yeah, I think that's the one in Nigeria.
I didn't even know this thing was free, and I saw Busy Deep post that he got his vaccines. I was like, you went to go and get a free vaccine. I sure it's not capsule they put in your arm.
The pool buys in his hands, man.
Oh, antibiotics.
But
yeah, true. I'm just hoping that the one they took in Nigeria is good. That's not really. It
feels just like when I got the flu shots. It feels very fine. Just that now it feels sore and the soreness is more intense. The flu shot isn't as bad as this.
I've never gotten.
And the flu shot isn't even like immediately. When I got the flu shot, I wasn't feeling any sore or whatever immediately. It was like the next day. But this one is like almost immediately. Like an hour after, I started feeling, I can't only move more.
Like changing my location of my shit.
What's going on? What's going on with you guys outside of COVID?
The way this is bothers me. The way he's not lining up. He's not.
Yeah, the symmetry, like that's what was doing me with this door on this side.
It bothers me.
Could balance. So
I feel like I make it like this.
Wow. Washa seeing you, right?
That is easier.
Symmetry, it messes with you. Like all this, if you look at my back, the line is not straight. So like I'm trying to avoid looking at this line.
My life is easier now. Yes. Oof, like knack. Not that I would know, sir. But that's like.
It's different when there's symmetry.
Yes. You know about it. Now I'm talking. Aha. Oh.
Some light for them.
Well, yeah. The vaccine. I took. First of all, I didn't screen. So glory to God there. So already my experience is better than others. Um, what else? They because we went to Vermont, so they started feeling sore before I did. I was fine initially, but I feel like them mentioning it every single time affected me. So
My mom said that it's because he's showing. My mother said,
I started
"He's showing lower lap back already. That's why he can't feel it yet."
I started to feel so I'm actually so the arm has kind of and I actually feel funny enough. I didn't say anything then, but immediately I got it, I physically felt like something that was in my system is not in my system. And I felt it more in my head. Yeah, I did. And then as time, like even now, especially when I was just, especially when I'm walking, yes, especially when I'm walking, I feel tired. Like I feel weaker.
Tired, yes. Let me also add that after like 20 minutes after I got it, I started feeling like a vein here. I started feeling some kind of like a little.
I feel like that one was just in your head.
It's not in my head because I can still
let
feel
me finish my
right
sentence now. I feel like it was in your head. I didn't want to invalidate the experience because I was not the experiencing it. So.
Because I just tried to see if I still feel it, and I can still feel it. So yeah, they say maybe it's spreading in my veins. That's why.
Maybe spreading.
But yeah. Other than that, I'm good so far.
That's nice. Hopefully they bring it here soon. That can go outside.
I can't believe it's not in Canada yet. That's crazy.
Canada, but it never reach everybody.
It's in Canada.
Well, the health people have got
they'll start small now. They'll give elders.
But I don't get why we are in lockdown. Well, I get why, like census and population and all the pandemic and all the people that are getting sick and the ER and all of that. I get why we're in lockdown, but I don't get why Nigeria, almost everybody has started getting it, but like Nigeria that I thought was going to carry last, it's like ahead.
That's why I feel like the one they're giving them in Nigeria is Capri-Sun. Because how? Like just how?
I feel like Nigeria joined the queue early, low-key, before the other people. Plus, I heard, I don't know how true this is, that Canada, the government of Canada went to start fight with Chinese government. So we are waiting for America to get, so we can get from America. So I also heard that one. So that's why so we're not getting directly from source. Then again,
it's good that you people are on lockdown. If people are getting money, I feel like America should also still.
I'm not getting money.
Exactly. That's why I say if you're getting money, I feel like America too should still be on lockdown.
You can't.
Because the numbers are still.
You can put up your cash app. Anybody that wants to bless you should bless it. Turn your name to.
Yes, put up your cash app.
I don't have cash app, unfortunately.
Open a cash app.
I was literally initially, but I'm thinking of actually opening the cash app. But I don't have friends here that have cash app that are going to cash up me money because come on.
You have friends. Do you have other friends?
Well, I don't.
I've never used PayPal to send money, so I don't know how that works.
I have friends in Canada.
But you have friends in outside Canada that have.
I have friends in America.
All those ones you put in video and call, they can't send you money.
They are no friends. They are professional cast. They're professional cast members. These friends that you got be doing now only Ghana and me. I want to. You get friends that you got.
Sometimes all this friendship is just in the mouth. It's just all this, yeah, I've reached a point where I cannot do mouth friendship again. If I don't feel like if we can't talk about other things outside of work, we are not friends, in my opinion.
I feel you.
So I'm like,
even if we can talk about other things outside of work, it doesn't mean you're my friend, please.
if you can't like if all we talk about is when next are you going to shoot, or when are you planning this photo shoot, or I have this idea, everything is work. So
Yeah,
I just know you are not my friend.
You're so Yoruba. So I said the idea.
So I was watching. So funny thing is, I was listening to this podcast, and I used to try to have an accent because I feel like people did not understand what I was saying. And then in the
They
podcast,
lie, they understand. These are American people.
Wait,
yesterday,
pause.
I was listening to the podcast, I was like,
Pause. I just said that Nigerian vaccine is giving me two feelings. Of it, shout out to everybody in the comments and shout out to everybody watching live. Just talk much of that.
shout out, yo.
What's up?
But I proceed. Is you don't in Canada? That's actually a good question.
Dorian is in Canada.
Where in
You
Canada?
don't go and see in Canada. Stressing. See, you don't. That's however you used to treat me. So when this will just treat you Canada.
Where is Dorian? I don't cash up myself.
But just open a cash up.
I don't. Which one is it? I'm trying to find it.
Cash App is green.
Cash Trails.
Cash
No.
App is green.
Okay, so I'm looking through my app store. Is MoneyGram International, PayPal?
Do you type Cash App?
There's
Type it together.
together.
Man, my laptop has been acting up. God, this is never the time for this one.
What's going? What's happening?
It's just acting up. Oh long my God! Now, like you said, they were not worrying about anything. They're anxious for nothing but with prayer and thanksgiving. The prayer and supplication. In thanksgiving, let your request be made known unto God. That the peace of the Lord that surpasses all human understanding. Oh, look at it. Come on now. Preach somebody.
Preach somebody.
I'm never stressing myself about anything. Thank you, myself.
Is it BNB Cash App? Because I don't know. Like, is it that there's no Cash App on my own app store? Cash
Credit
App.
share the app with him.
So,
There's no cash app in Canada. No?
Or maybe that's possibly.
because
Maybe in Canada cash app.
nobody ever talks about Cash App here. It's usually because we just interact money via bank and it's like text messaging money.
Do you have Zelle?
See, and the only outside thing that is for transaction is PayPal.
You have PayPal, sir. Okay.
That's the only thing.
You have PayPal.
Shall be talking in the DM.
Because I know that PayPal is everywhere. Most places.
I've never used PayPal to send money.
My brother was even telling me about PayPal can transfer money and stuff. I'll use it to pay for stuff. So,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, PayPal can transfer money. Like I can send money to your PayPal.
makes sense.
And even bank accounts, to be honest. I think.
Yeah, like when they send money to your PayPal, you can just like Cash App, you can cash it out.
Yeah. Yinka, so my back jobs that came in today. And I my first of all, back jobs are expensive as well.
Bro, see in Nigeria, they feel cheap because in Nigeria, the small one I have is like, I think 15K. It was 15K or 12K. And then the big one was like maybe like 25 to 30K. But when I reach here, they say the small one is $45. $45 to $9.
Yeah.
That's not expensive.
And
It's
then
about the same thing.
What?
It's about the same thing.
It's about the same thing.
Yes, go and see.
I feel like it's more expensive.
The current rate is $455.
That's for something K now.
No, that's not up to 40 anything K.
For the long one is 40 something K because the long one is like $99.99. That's the way they put it online. I'm like,
yeah, that one will be up to 40K, $99.
It's like double the price.
They're expensive, and especially when going to collaboration.
Yeah. Because right now I've been thinking I want to buy the longer one because I have the smaller ones and I need the longer white one. I'm just here doing like.
That's what the one I got was. I was like, I'm just get the white one. That one is more.
You should get the gray one because you can make the gray one black and gray.
That's true. I thought about that, but I was doing it to just check out with that one in my car. So I was like, you know what, let me get this one first. Let me see it first. Then now I'll be trying to get the. You said what?
Which colors did you get?
I got white first because I was very skeptical with. Because on YouTube they can measure one size and then it comes in there. So I got the white first, and I was like, I mean, it's not so bad. So, yeah,
That's good.
very good. Yeah. Speaking of things we do, or when have you do makeup?
Oh my God, not this question.
See, I swear, if I was, I know I say this a lot, but I swear, if we're in the same place, I'm telling you, that makeup that I know what to do, you do it by force. Because I would have made sure. Because, see, my problem is I have all these ideas because I want to do beauty, I want to do product, I want to do fashion, and all these things. And if I had a makeup artist and a hairstylist, I would have started doing what exactly I want to do. But I don't have those two people. So I mean, I don't know how to do makeup, but I know what makeup I want. I don't know how to do it. So it makes it like a lot harder. Not knowing people. I'm telling you, yeah, stop your life. Finish.
I feel like if you were here, yes, I'll be forced to do. But now
that's a bloody lie. That's a bloody lie.
Because
don't use
there's
that
a reason.
Bloody excuse. No.
No, because there's a reason. And
no, it's not because there's a reason. Because I could have the same needs, but I'm looking at the fact that if think about this, if you're not doing it.
Hold on, guys.
Okay.
Gift has just entered the room, and she's saying, "Hey, yo."
Where's my talking drum? So you can welcome my baby.
Hi, Gift.
So,
hello, Gift.
So wait, you're just gonna tell us to hold on because Gifts came into the room. And also not her mentioning Ollie's name and saying hey y'all to everybody else.
So it's first mentioned him, then I said hey y'all.
But it's all right. Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
But yeah, you won't see this because think about the fact that she because I'm also looking at it from the angle of she feels that she doesn't have the time to do it. Which genuinely I can see how she doesn't have the time to do it because she works all the time and then when she comes back she's dead for the most part. But I felt the need to ask her because she used to do it because she wanted to know also. It was her thing. It wasn't because there was
pressure.
Some photographer somewhere that was needing it or you know what I'm saying. So why?
It's not like it's no longer my thing. It's still my thing, but it's just I find it very hard to create time for it now.
Oh, okay. You know, okay. Oh, okay, no. We should book you, Abby. Because if everything else that take your time is money, if everything else that take your time is money, then we should book you now. Technically, because if you're someone that wanted to do
people book me for makeup, I do people's makeup. I don't even know why. Do you know why? I started posting on my page. It just feels because I have a lot of makeup pictures that I've done for people, but I've not posted. I've not posted on my makeup page for like a year and some months, and it just felt like how line up was ending, and I'll just go back. I'll just post. I feel like I want my comeback to be. But I'm not ready for it yet. I don't want to come back and then after 2 months, I'll now post again after another 1 month. When I come back, I want to be able to be consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I feel like, because I know that if I start posting now, that'll be too much on me to try to be consistent and post every time or every other time. So
what do you need in place for you to be consistent?
I need to find me a job that doesn't take all my day and that pays the same amount of money that I make now.
Well, that's funny because they always talk about opening your own beauty supply store, your own beauty store, which is what you're doing now.
Yeah, but if I'm opening up my place, I'll have more time on my hands because I don't necessarily have to be there.
Is that what you think? Think about
I
the person
mean,
you're working for
if
now.
I'm Eh?
When you start working on your own initially, you have to be there.
That's what I was about
say,
to say. When I
think about the
open
person
up
you're working for
initially,
now.
I have to be there, but it's not like I'll be there alone now. I'll probably have someone else there and I can, maybe be in the back office and, just do a little something.
So you think you be in the back office doing makeup?
I feel because I see how sometimes it's not just her that is always at the shop at where I work now. And sometimes she just sits there doing nothing and we're the ones doing the job and she's collecting the money.
All right, they take like.
Oh my God, which could be this?
Is the vaccine?
Like what?
They are not well.
Like what's going on? Blackout. Anyway.
But sometimes you sit there, like sometimes when you don't have anything to do, you're just there,
I'm just there in the shop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but I can't put makeup on my face there.
But if you're the shop, okay.
I can't put makeup on my face in that shop.
No, we'll talk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll arrange it. Anyway, it's okay. No worries, we'll talk.
Yes.
But no. But okay. All right. You said being the back office doing what exactly? Doing the nasty. That's what she does.
So guys,
She don't mind Corridor, be in the back shop doing makeup. Excuse me, you guys. Let me text somebody.
Right.
Yeah, maybe can be a comeback.
What?
I think her birthday can be a comeback.
When's her birthday?
Because she's trying to be a shit her birthday. Her birthday is May 24th.
When is Orange birthday?
My birthday is
May
in May.
24th.
May 24th.
Yeah, right. I think your birthday can be a comeback.
Corridor.
Because technically, okay, think about it from this angle. You said what you want to be in place for you to adequately make a comeback, right? When do you think that's going to happen?
I don't know.
All right. So yeah, in other words, you're saying that your comeback that you're looking forward to is pretty indefinite at the moment.
It's not going to be indefinite in Jesus' name.
No, it's not Jesus that will put makeup on.
I was going to say that it's not Jesus that will
It's not Jesus that will do makeup. You have to decide.
Oh my Lord.
No, we'll talk. You have to come back. Because even me, I could say the same thing for myself that if I want to. I could say the same thing for myself.
It is so.
I do think for myself that if I want to create photography content, I could also say that I really don't have time. Because especially if I'm trying to do shit pro bono, it's not like I'm being hired for shit. Of which, you see, I actually finally met somebody that wanted to do a shoot and saw my price. I was like, and actually asked, almost you are my stronghold. I finally asked sensible questions.
Yinka.
Finally asked things like, "Is okay? Is the vaccine? Is the vaccine?"
I was wondering what's going on just now. Like,
and you didn't say anything.
I just like paying attention to see that whether I'm going to take it or not. Come on.
He wasn't sure whether it was but like the person was saying things like, okay, is it possible for us to pay in installments? Is it questions, not what's your best price, or it's plenty, or you know what I'm saying? I was having the conversation and it was and
no, but let's not like ready your new prices. And you haven't actually sent me your price list. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Please remind me. I want to talk to you about Saturday. So
what's wrong with my new price list?
I've not seen it. I was talking to Eplon too. Eplon was like, when you told her the price, she said, am I gonna do this shoot? Let me just use my iPhone 12.
That's a very good option. I mean, you get pictures.
Not the same pictures, but you get
Exactly,
same
but they
pictures, but
can't
you
be the
get
same
pictures.
pictures, but you get
Exactly.
pictures, yeah.
It's not that fault.
And Korea's new price this year is
The one that you say is nothing, and it's tricking like this.
the ones that I've been hearing people say, oh.
So funny enough, I'm looking at it's not. I'm like,
Kenny. Of course it will be. When is you they want to pay to?
Already
it's
come
because
on.
it's partly my fault, to be honest, and I understand.
Because of the
Partly my
price you
fault, to be
started
honest.
with.
It's because of just it's not even just that. I mean, we all have to start from somewhere, but it's really just me not putting a value on my work, and because I don't want to spend time doing what wasn't paid for, it then dwindled my progress and dwindled like how fast I'm moving and stuff and how you get what I'm saying. So I mean, I understand. If you can take pictures, see, Apple is doing a magnificent job with their cameras. Have you seen the iPhone 12 camera? Beautiful. You can get some crisp portrait mode. Ooh, you'll be sharp. Anything people want.
Like, stop whining us, Jerry.
You can. It's fast, man. You can edit and do whatever you want to do. They haven't given people technical exposure contrast. Before it's only all people know is just make it brighter, make it darker, but now they're giving people. You see, I give people options because it's very you can do that. It's not by first thing. It's not by first thing. So
Already come up with. See, so I'll take it. So I resigned from. But before we went into this lockdown, I tendered my resignation letter to fully focus on photography and everything. But then
you did.
I did, and then
Yes.
when you're like, did I make the right decision?
I don't think so. Did you?
Me? Yes, I did in a sense because like I feel that thing they say, if you don't back yourself into the corner, you never know. Like, not the say or like if you're not backed up into a tight spot, you don't know whether you can actually fight through something or you don't know how to come out of them. So I was like, I have all these things that I just wait there and I'm not doing anything with them. And then I'm going to this work that I'm complaining every day about. Like, I'm not happy. I cannot stand all day for 8 hours, that type of thing. Transportation to the workplace is basically it wasn't the best job. So I probably didn't feel it as much. And then I wasn't even happy about it. So, and then I also have school, so I can focus more on school, which I'm not doing.
What job was it?
You what?
What job was it?
It was a retail job, like a sales associate. So it was a minimum wage job. And I wasn't happy going there every time I was going, even though the people there were nice and they didn't want me to leave and all of that type stuff. It was just like a decision that I had to take to bring myself back on track to what I wanted to actually do in the end, which is create content. And I had stopped creating content for a while. So now I'm actually seriously 100% looking for a makeup artist, a stylist, and people that I can actually work with in Canada, not all the way across the border in America and Nigeria.
So what to say, I can be airdropping you the pictures.
Oh my God. I'm also looking for retouching work because retouching, that's another problem. 2 hours on one picture, 3 hours on one picture. Corey knows how the things go. So it's like, it's a lot.
And when I do it for you and I send it to you, like, oh my God, wow, I want to frame this shit. When I say, oh, yeah, pay me now. I say, oh no, it's too much. You're not serious. Snap it to iPhone. Say, yeah, it's not hard.
I don't think the problem is not finding people to take pictures. The problem is finding people to pay you pay you what you're worth, because these same people that you say, oh, you take pictures for free for, when you say it's for free, they jump at it, they be like, oh, come and take my picture, come and take my picture. And I'm not shaming anybody. This is something that like has come up like several times. But then again, when you say this is how much I charge, this is how much I charge, they just vanish. I have seen it happen like over and over again. I'm like, did I make it?
But you know what's funny?
I'm going to do this thing for free for you.
I would actually prefer like you vanish.
Because
I would prefer that you vanish.
camera did not buy itself, lens did not buy itself, light did not buy itself.
I prefer that you vanish. Because I like talking to you and then you're like you're trying to do a shoot. First of all, it's not like you want me to book a studio that you come into. Maybe have a studio. Maybe I want to come into the studio. You want me to first come to your house, and then you ask me questions like, you have backdrops and you have all those. You come in lights. You're telling me things like that, and then I give you price, and I say it's too much. Oh, serious? You think it's your living room lamp I'm going to use, right? Use your iPhone, man. I mean, I'm just being funny, but I understand, but I feel like sometimes just get. It's one thing if it's too expensive for you, and that's fine. There are things that are too expensive for me. I mean, I was just saying I was buying a backdrop and I was looking at the price of it, and I was like, okay, no, you saw that's life, but sometimes it can be disrespectful when you're now making it look like I want to say overvaluing my work, but I'm like just
What
trying
size
to.
backdrop did you just buy?
I bought a 10. I don't say the wrong thing.
It's one of,
Let me look.
I think 105 by 30.
Say what?
I think it's 105 by 30 something. I think that's the measurement.
I mean, it wasn't feet. So, I mean, it was. Let me see. I don't say the wrong thing. It was where is it?
The way these people always want me to order one thing or the other.
The what?
God is able.
What did you say?
So it's the way they always want me to order one thing or the other. Not that me texting me, can we order Nashville chicken tenders tonight?
No, you start on the night the other day.
Hey, Jesus.
Because I did do good, sister.
I mean, you always have the rest to know.
I mean,
like, technically, you could always say no. I'm trying to stop this stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So I have serious questions this evening.
why did you I swear, do you know what just went through my head? First of all, I saw a pen. And then the way your voice went, like, really, guys, I can swear I thought you were just smoking.
If I want to smoke it now on live, I would be smoking.
Like, that's why I was like, she ain't got bad, but
Oh my God. Oh, serious questions, but serious question. Okay, this one. So tell me, when you first moved, how was adjusting? Because this thing is not funny again. I don't think I can take this.
In what sense?
I'm smiling here, but when this call ends, I'm going to think about my life. Anyway, how
that seems like a very soft to cry for help.
It might be, you never know, but it's not. Don't worry, I'm not going to jump off my balcony. I'm not that serious. But then it is hard because, like I said in the beginning, it's like I don't have any friends here. I don't have people, even though I have classmates that I talk to, but I don't like kind of friendships that I have or that I've had. I don't have that. Do you understand? So it makes it like what's going on? It makes it like really difficult. Like,
are you getting emotional? Do you want to cry?
I'm not crying, honestly.
Okay. Don't cry here.
I'll cry with you. Okay.
It makes it like really difficult to get by with this lockdown after lockdown after lockdown. So I'm asking, was it like I know when you moved it wasn't like lockdown and everything, but I was adjusting because I normally when I feel like this, I talk to my mother. I go into a bed and we have this cat conversation and then I come out and I feel better. You understand? But there's nobody I can go to their house or go to their bedroom to have that conversation with.
Mm. Yeah. Do you know when it hit me? It hits me. The realization hit me when I remember when I was about to come here for the first time. And it was after I left you, and I had, I had actually come here first. I was here for a couple of months. I wasn't doing anything, and then I came in like just over June, July, August, September. I think like September in whatever year that was. So I was here from September to December. I don't know if it was December, August. No, I came in August. I came from August to December, and I mean, I didn't know anybody. And I was living with one of my uncles. I mean, it helped that I had like someone I was at least familiar with, but in a certain sense, I was still not familiar with him because of other issues. But so that kind of helped. But for those months, I was just um indoors with just myself and my laptop and the internet. And I mean, thank God for the internet because it's easier for me to at least keep in touch with some people that I left Nigeria, like friends here and all. By the end of the day, life is they're moving on with their lives. They are together. Nobody can be talking to me as often as they're talking to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like especially in Nigeria where the internet might not be too superb.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I started to feel it. And then it hit me where I was supposed to go to Nigeria that December and then come back in January to officially start school. So I went to Nigeria in December. When I went to Nigeria, CEO hadn't vacated yet. So I was like, nah, let me ask my guys before, you know what I'm saying? So I went to school. I saw everybody was nice, it was nice, it was nice. I saw everybody, we had fun, we danced, everything. And then I went back home. And so my friends were asking me, so how was you, how are your friends now? So um, I was like, yeah, they're good, it was nice to see them, blah, blah, blah. And I was just about to talk. And I just, from nowhere, I just broke. Like the dam just destroyed. Like it was over that I was talking to them. I didn't even know when I just turned away. I was just broken because it hit me that was literally the last time I was going to be there like that. And it hit me that where I was going, I didn't have anything like that. Where I was going, I was almost literally starting over. So that's when it hit me. And then my father came to me, hugging and all that. I can't explain what made me cry. I just broke. You know what I'm saying? And I came here and I was like, you know what? That's life, man. if people have come before me and have been removed from their homes, possibly, and taken to a foreign place, possibly to be a slave, and they still found reasons to wake up the next morning. So I was like, I just came for school. It's not like I came here to pick cotton. It's not like I came here to watch somebody's white baby in bed. So I was like, you know what? I'm just do it. And your situation is different because you're older, and you being older, you're wanting to take on more responsibilities, like having your own place and sorting out having more of a financial burden. So I can imagine that placing a different kind of strain, which I didn't have at the time, which I was opportune to grow into because I was opportune to get used to which you didn't have the time I had. So it's a very different experience. But other than that, regarding the relationship part of it, I was like, you know what, I have no choice but to, even though I have to do it delicately and purposefully, I have no choice but to create relationships with people around me, even though they might not be long term. Because people I created relationships with when I first came, in whatever state I was in, we're not that close now. I mean, we are just familiar with each other. We see each other online sometimes. We hardly even talk to each other. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, by human beings are social animals. We have to. You get what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? I have to have a relationship with certain people around me, even though I'm also conscious of the fact that not all of them would be long term. Not all of them would be that important. You know, the important for me at that point in time. For example, I met this babe. I was really close to her, and I could see how that was necessary because there were times I didn't have to take the bus home. She would drive me home, partly because she was feeling your boy. You get, but then that was necessary. That was necessary for me to get home. You get what I'm saying? But I was like, I have to. And there are people I would be friends with then that I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, this person is not serious, but I can see how the friendship was necessary, even though it was more necessary for them. But I was like, at the end of the day, I have to form relationships around me. I have to start to build because I was thinking about myself, I'm like, I've left Nigeria and I've come here. Like I'm now, there's no point holding on to stuff in Nigeria. There's no point holding on to relationships in Nigeria. I'm not trying to diminish those relationships, but there's no point. I'd rather they flow naturally and they evolve naturally than for me to hold on to them and be praying that or be wishing I still had that. And I can't carry. They're moving on. They're living. I'm seeing them on social media doing their shit. People are graduating. People are moving on. You get what I'm saying? And I can't be holding on to that. So I was like, I'm gonna just start to build a life here. I'm gonna take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Even got to the point where, even that bill I was talking about, got to the point where it was almost looking like our relationship was going to get more serious on the romantic side. But then I had to remind myself that, guy, first of all, no, wait, first of all, calm. Secondly, relax. Thirdly, this may not be like, think with a clear mind. Think of how temporary this may be. Think of how deliberate you sought to forge this relationship and don't get carried away with the fact that something is starting to happen or your friends. I mean, you'll be friends with a lot of people. You find that people that you still meet further down the line. That people that you still encounter further down the line. I was like, you know what? I'm just at least start to consciously build a life now with whatever is around me. Just throw myself into everything. And I can honestly see how that even helped me with school. That helped me with um um excelling. Because I was like, I'm just going to throw myself, even with relationship with my professors and all that. I'm like, I'm just going to throw myself into this. I will be myself, but I wouldn't be myself in the background looking at people like, nah, this isn't my scene. I'm gonna make this shit my scene. I'm gonna like ingrain myself in the shit. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, when you were saying, yeah, you've been there for how long?
1 year and 3-4 months.
Yeah, 3-4 months. By the time I was here for, let me say a year. By the time I was here for a year, I already had babe that was dropping me at home. You get what I'm saying? By the time I was here for a year,
pandemic.
there was no pandemic, but you had people that, I mean, it wasn't like a pandemic that we were doing holy ground video. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, it's funny, but I'm serious because
maybe I feel like this because I've become more deliberate about the relationships I have. Maybe it's more difficult for me like that. I would say, I don't know, because then initially when I first came here, like I could just said, oh, you're my friend, you're my friend, you're my friend, we're friends because we talk together, we eat together, we hang out together. Like, oh, I used to, where are you going? All where are you going? Oh, I'm going downstairs. Do you want to come? And then everybody's like, let's go, that type of thing. So initially I was like, everybody. And then it got to a point where I was like, I was trying to be more um, conscious about the type, whether like someone was my friend or it was just like platonic relationships, kind of like you, just making sure that I'm focused and this is not just because of what I see, it's something more, it's something more concrete or something that has a base. Do you understand? Something that has a foundation, that type of thing. So I feel like maybe because I've had people that will tell me like, don't talk to me with your adult voice. Do you understand? Or
What does that mean?
it doesn't mean like it means like, so like I see someone is doing something wrong. Don't tell me that there's something.
Oh, like your tone.
It's not even the tone, it's about what I'm saying. Okay, so like imagine like, so everybody's here, or this type of situation. You're always thinking down on yourself because most of the people I know here, they're younger. So if for me to be attracted to a girl, it has to be she's very confident. She can speak like she's confident in who she is. Do you understand? And sometimes because the people are 20, 21, I feel like because I've seen things in Nigeria, people that are 20, 21 already know what they want, and you don't know what you want. You're just doing, my friend said I should do this. My friend said I should not do this. Do you understand that type of, those are the kind of conversations we're having. I'm like, so what do you actually want to do? You understand? So like me saying, so what do you actually want to do? Not what your friend does, not what does your friend want you to do is me talking in an adult voice. Do you understand that type of situation?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah, an average 20-21-year-old does not know what they want.
I guess
in Nigeria, a 20 or 21-year-old in Nigeria is not an average 20 or 21-year-old. They're in an environment where they are forced to make decisions every single day.
I had to find out that it's not the same thing. And someone was also telling me that, so like for you to get a girl's attention, you have to drop yourself to a certain level. But me, I'm like,
Who said that?
Exactly. That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense.
It was like, because we're having this conversation, it was like, oh, so like when people ask him where does he work, he says he works in Home Depot, but he doesn't work in Home Depot. I know he doesn't work in Home Depot. I think he works in an IT firm or something like that. So like,
then he will attract the wrong people.
That's weird. That's weird. That's weird.
Why do I have to say that I am someone less than I am? Even like, or I'm less, or not even say I'm someone less, I am less than I am. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like me saying, oh, or me talking down on myself, that type of thing, or me making myself feel smaller to make it feel bigger, that type of thing. I'm like, that's not why I am. If you don't feel confident, there's already a problem. For me, that type of thing. Because all from Nigeria, all the women I know, or all the women, like, even like, it's a necessary thing for you to feel, and it's necessary for you to feel like confident in who you are, know what you want, know your values, and all those things. Those are the type of things I've seen. So when someone does not know those things, or I feel like someone does not know those things, it makes me like go back and say, like, reevaluate the relationship. Like, I don't think this is going to go far. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. That type of thing. So,
but it doesn't have to.
What do you mean?
It doesn't have to go far. It doesn't have to be deep. Like you have to understand that there's a big difference between being social and being a friend to somebody, or deciding that this person is my friend. I could be social. I mean, I've been to places where I don't know anybody. I can tell that this crowd is not my crowd. These people that interest, their worldview is not mine. But I can decide to be social. And in me being social, I'm also being conscious of the fact that we could have certain conversations where I would have a strong opinion on something you just said, or a view you have, but I'll decide not to comment on it because my relationship with you is not deep enough for me to carry it on my head. I can just giggle about it, laugh about it, or just let it go. You get what I'm saying? It's not like every interaction doesn't have to be a deep one. It could just be like that's why even when I say that human beings are social animals, it's possible for somebody to go. I mean, think about how somebody can be depressed and have no one in their life, but professionals will tell you that it's possible for someone to be depressed but be very, very extroverted and social and be the life of the party and very bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's possible, then it's also possible that you can be that, but you don't have to make those interactions as deep.
Mm-hmm.
Because even I mean, it's funny that, when I say it, but even for example, that bit I was telling you about, I have to tell myself that it doesn't have like even though we have an interaction, it doesn't have to be deep. If the bare minimum of this interaction is that they like you, plenty people will like you.
Mm-hmm.
You will like plenty people. Doesn't mean that you have to. Like for example, if there's situations where somebody has come to me and like, fine boy, yeah, fine boy, yeah. I can say thank you about and you can follow me on Instagram, but I don't have to be DMing you. I don't have to be if you reply to myself, I say high five. I can like it, I don't have to push it. That's I can be social, but I don't have to say, okay, this has to carry some deep purpose, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, man, yeah, if you say to yourself that, and I'm the same way, and I feel like a lot of people that are serious about life are the same way, where they're like, they want to make, they're very intentional with their friendships and they're very intentional with people they let in their space. They're very intentional with the relationships they have. And I'm the same way. But if I'm then saying that standard is being met to all my social interactions, the fact that I can't have a normal conversation with you if I feel like you are not as intellectual as I would hope you would be, then I'm doing myself a disservice. I'm possibly doing you a disservice because you never know. Maybe our interaction may not be to my benefit, it may be to your benefit too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, I understand, but I don't know, man, because it's necessary to start to build stuff over there. It's very necessary. It's very necessary to start to build stuff over there. A lot of the things that you may be struggling with now, you may not even struggle with because somebody that you've had interactions with that to you they may be your friend. To them, sorry, to them you guys are friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about the fact that we've been acquaintances with people that maybe you aren't in the same physical location anymore. You move or you graduate or something happens, and they say things to you like, guy, long time, you know they hear me again, blah blah blah. You don't even for you don't even text me, and to you you're like, what? I mean, sorry, but to them it's more deep. You get what I'm saying? So and imagine so if someone feels that way to you, imagine if they hear that you have a need and they have the solution, or they hear that you need some, or you have you're trying to sort out some stuff, or you're trying to do some stuff, and you have a solution. If imagine the baby hearing that I'm taking the bus early in the morning in the snow, I'm taking the bus back home at night to walking, and she says to herself, I can drop this nigga off. She's white, so she could not say nigga, but if in my head she could have said I can drop this nigga off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She didn't live close to me, but she recognized that I had a need, and she had the capacity to feel that need, and she chose to feel that need. If my first interaction with her was that might not, maybe your worldview is not my worldview, or you're not a Christian, or you say some silly stuff sometimes, or you're just very childish. And I'm like, and I just curb my interactions, and I keep you totally at arm's length. I'm not even having basic conversation with you. I can't even joke with you or laugh with you. You get what I'm saying? And imagine if I approach her that way, I would still be walking in the snow and carrying guy. There are times when my hands were swollen. There are times when I'll be walking and it's just start raining, and I will get to class and I will be drenched. And I can't imagine doing that for the 2 years of getting to that school. And just because I met this person and I gave her my markers one day and we started talking, and then no matter what, because she had said she still says some very questionable things. I'm like, okay. And because she's white and was in Ohio, and then she hasn't had a lot of interaction with black people, she would literally tell me, you're the first black friend I have ever had. And and that being the case, she would say some very risky things. And I'm like, if you said this to that person, you will get your ass. She would say something and I had to just take time to get myself. And I mean, I'll question her when I need to question her, but most of the time I'll laugh about it. I'll give her back my own. I'll send the ball back to her thoughts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. It's also out there because you have people around you. You have people that probably wanted to expect a sort of relationship with you, but as a bad guy, your standards are too high.
No,
even a regular conversation.
I don't mind coordinating.
no. So my situation is lockdown, and forget the fact that we do all these videos and all of that. A lot of people are. I would say, like, when I'm socializing, my guard is not like up there. It's when I'm trying to build like that one-on-one relationship. I'm like, do I think I want this type of relationship? Do I think, what is this relationship trying to be? That type of thing. But if like everybody's here, and I don't even think about all those things. So
You're all right.
expectations are just.
Don't be telling me you'll be all right. You will not be all right.
I'm not all right. I know
you guess what? You'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. In the end, they say
exactly.
But then again,
I know. I feel you do.
I mean, Ora can give one experience because she came here and she didn't know anybody except her family.
You know, it's even lockdown that is making you sit at home now. So if there was no lockdown,
you can't say
you'll be able to go out. What do you say?
You can't say that she became a family.
Family that, for the most part, I'm the only one that's staying at home. Everybody has gone to work. My siblings have gone to school, and I would stay at home for about 2 years. I was staying at home morning to night, doing nothing. Netflix watch me. I wasn't watching Netflix.
You should see her cheeks then, man. Or it was round.
No,
like
don't mind Corday. Excuse him. But my thing is that, you know, I was very sad. You know, I'll be sad from time to time, especially because my expectations were not met when I came here. The plan was, we'll come to America and I'm going to school. America gave me glass boost. They gave me glass boost when I came here. So I feel like my situation was even sad. It was more sad. But here I am today. And you'll be all right. And God will send you the perfect girl to, you know, that will meet that you don't have to come down. That you don't have to come down. So that you gotta remain where you are, and she's gonna meet you right there.
I went to my mother's neighborhood just now. I just went to visit my mother. After everything, you must end up with God will give you your wife.
But you spoke about this now, and I'm helping you in conclusion.
Was I talking about my wife? I didn't talk about wife.
I just said girl.
Okay.
I said girl. I said God will send you your own girl.
Okay. All right.
That's such a dangerous precedent. Though.
You what?
I said that's such a dangerous precedent. When you say things like you should bring yourself down to to be able to like what's the difference between that and then someone saying they have to bring themselves up, they have to overqualify themselves and say that I have 30 BG in my account or I'm working in Shell when you are just working in mobile petrol station. Like so what's the difference? They are both equally dangerous.
This one didn't even say Chevron. It says Mobile.
You know. I won't think about that it's unnecessary.
It was. I think I was. This conversation happened over the. I think it was like last week because I hadn't seen. I saw.
Inka came to Vents today.
I come to vent. I didn't come to vent. I came to like have conversations. Conversations from
Or your shirt is nice.
the.
Thank you.
I said your shirt is nice.
I'm sure.
I think you can DHL a nice shirt like that, can't you?
What did you? I can't. Don't worry. I got you.
That
Hopefully it's not sold out, Sha. I have to go back to the store.
we start. Anyway, so I still have some more questions, but I'm going to keep them for later and offline. So that you not become waterworks here.
You're not making me want to hear this question anymore. More.
I'm joking. There's no waterworks question. Am I really joking?
Let's
I might be joking. See this boy just did. You can't say but just drop it.
It's okay. I don't want to hear any waterworks nonsense.
Gift is saying I thought we were friends. Gift to your friends. We're friends. It's just that you're a busy woman. You don't have my time.
Don't let this wine you better leave her.
Gift is a busy woman. She's busy.
Plus it's definitely different. I feel like the location definitely makes a difference.
There's a time difference.
What?
There's a time difference.
Between here and there? Where you are?
Yeah.
I guess.
What time is it right now?
I don't mean time difference though.
It's like 8:10.
Oh yeah, but we have the same time.
I don't mean time difference, I mean physical location. Like being in the same place.
Yeah. Are we talking about relationship and location?
Relationship, friendship, anything.
Well, that does matter a lot because, first of all, where I stay, around this neighborhood, I'm like the only person in my class that stays here. The closest person stays about 30 minutes by bus. If I was working there, it's like an hour, 30 minutes. So I'm like...
So you don't really know anybody around there?
I don't even know who stays next door. That's how serious it is.
Understandable.
That's the dangerous thing. That's something I don't like about this country is the fact that everybody just wants to mind their business and nobody wants to interact with their neighbor. Nobody wants to really... Like somebody that lives in this apartment was telling me that somebody in the opposite building died for 5 days and nobody knew that there was a dead person in there.
I feel like if maybe the mailman, that if he opens that mail thing and something smells awful, that's when you know that something bad is.
No. Apartment, the mailbox is not even right there in front of you.
That's the only
But
way.
Maybe the neighbors started smelling something, and then they called 911 or whatever. But the fact that I know that if it was Nigeria, they would have said, but Yinka Oti Jade last join now, let's go and knock his door.
That's true.
And nobody knew that somebody was dead in that house for 5 days. That's one thing I do like about this country, is the fact that, and it's also good that you want to mind your business, because again, if you don't mind your business, it can be dangerous. These people, their own is too much.
Yeah, I mean, but that just is that there has to be a balance at the end of the day.
Well, also the fact that there's a pandemic also makes it like pretty difficult.
That makes it difficult. Yeah.
I can literally just have. Okay, so I was on the bus one day.
I actually feel bad for you because now your situation is really dawning on me. I can't imagine if I was in your situation.
I'll tell you, I was on the bus one day and this woman passed me and she smelled really good. And I really wanted, because there's one thing about me, if you smell nice, I'll tell you, because there's something about me and perfumes and colognes and all of those things. So,
okay, come down with that shit. So some people can take that as offensive.
it was after I read this, and there was this thing in Nigeria on Twitter where someone.
You see whether it's how you came to smell inside the bus.
So I was like, I wasn't sure if to
These
say,
people in
and
this
then
country.
I saw that she had a wedding ring on. So I was like, am I going to say you smell nice? And I really wanted to know what the name of the perfume was, a type of thing. And then so she thought I was saying, oh, she's smelling. No, because I couldn't take off my mask. And when it was quite an embarrassing thing. But then again, she got off at the next stop, so I didn't have to face her, because she was sitting right in front of me, or 2 seats away from me. I was like, I didn't have to face her the entire stop. So I was like, I wish I could communicate better without the mask and all of that. Smell nice. How do you say you smell nice with the mask and not scream so that the whole boss will hear that you're saying someone smells nice? I was just trying to compliment her.
Yeah, I just keep my comments to myself because I'm familiar with it. Because I've seen too many people get fired, written
In
up,
this time,
saying things like that, and then the girl will say
it's very hard to compliment someone.
I say, I'm always extremely careful. You can't say you look nice. I say it's harassment. You smell nice. It's harassment. It's this.
Yeah.
Everything is harassment.
Everything's harassment. Harmless conversation is harassment.
Oh, no, man. Sometimes it's very like I was talking to a man yesterday and she was telling me about how where's that story? About how her daughter just lost her child. So her whole family, her child was 5 months old.
Who lost a child?
Her daughter just lost her child.
Okay.
So she was telling me about that, and she was telling me how she just destroyed, and her family is just heartbroken and everything. And so it's amazing, and naturally, me feeling bad for her, I wanted to say some words to just encourage her. But then I was like, no, just say sorry for the loss. I'm glad you feel better. You don't know this woman. Don't just keep it pushing. You'll be fine. You can pray for her in your head. God keep her family well, but she'll be okay. No, I mean, because a lot of things could be with good intentions, but are they necessary? First of all, secondly, could they be destroyed in a different life? Could you possibly say the wrong thing that could just do more harm than good? And it's like, if I see you and you look nice, you have a nice dress, except we've had one or two interactions, like I'm like, oh, you look nice, you know what I'm saying? But for me to just, my first thing after is, you smell nice and you look nice. Even though we meet and we hug, we introduce each other and we hug and not, oh, you smell nice now. Because either they say I'm harassing you or you want to harass me. And oh, you think that's not nice? Oh, yeah. I didn't bargain for that shit. So, I don't know, man. It could be very fragile line to toe, but anyway. I feel like discretion is important sometimes. But, bullied, yeah.
What?
Bolu is the one harassing me in the comments.
Wasn't like this.
Yeah. Bring that shower cap already.
What about Joe? Joe from Slay. Do you hear me?
My God.
Oh Lord.
Anyway. So you have any other thing to say? Go on, shit up now.
I thought you want to what? Ship off.
I said we can round shit up now. You guys have nothing else to say.
Wow.
I have not heard them talk about.
Wow, dear.
Are you
There's no point longing things.
You didn't come with topic.
It's K that should come with topic. It's not K that's supposed to come.
And we talk for 1 hour 20 minutes. It's not okay.
1 hour 20 minutes, no.
We literally talked about Yinka's life.
Vaccine is
We just
vaccine
talked
is-
about Yinka's life.
If you talk about my life, oh, who is there? I just
I was
asked,
waiting for the water work.
you know what?
The waterworks can
Yeah,
happen
this is
here,
the
not
waterworks.
today.
Waterworks, no waterworks today. Waterworks, I have waterworks with God in the bathroom. When we are doing one on
Yeah, the number of times I have cried.
see, honestly,
Hey,
in the past 1 year, I don't think I've cried as much as I've cried in the past 1 year as I've cried in the past 20 something years.
I feel you.
Because I reached, so like it was, I like kind of like the way you say you broke. So I was watching this video on YouTube, on Facebook, where like these soldiers were going home to their family, and this was, this is the same video that I watched. I was like, oh, so nice, so cute. And I literally broke, I broke out and I called my father and I was like, Daddy, I want to come home. I can't take this anymore. I'm done. My
Really?
father was like, my father literally said to me, like, I've never seen you like this. What's going on? Please talk to me. And I was like, I was like,
Are you serious?
I've never cried before, no matter how bad it is.
Wow. That's so crazy.
I honestly can't imagine how things are for you, because even me thinking about myself, I'm like, at the end of the day, I still had somebody or people. You get what I'm saying? Even if it's family in somewhere or family friends in somewhere or something, I still have.
Yeah, I feel like
somebody.
my case was still better as well,
So-
because I mean, even if everybody goes, they'll still come back home to me, and I can't communicate with my family. But your own is, it is well with your soul, my friend.
Because I'll tell you guys, and I don't know what today is beard. I have to have a beard all day. Sometimes I'm like, because I'm okay, so I'm doing well in school. I'm doing better than I've done in school or in any school I've gone to. And I'm like, God, right now I'm like, everything is going well in school, but everything is not going well in this like personal life, emotional. It's
But
like
have you thought
roller
of
coaster of
what if this is how it's best for you?
yeah, it's not best for me. I don't want school again.
Explain.
I don't want. I if that's it, I don't.
You know
I-
that
like,
you know
what's
that
best for me,
only
like,
God knows what's best for us. And have you thought about it from that angle? Like, what if this is the situation or position that you need to be in? Maybe God is preparing you for something, you don't know. Maybe God wants you to grow in some kind of way. And he needs you to not have all of those other, I don't need you to be emotional, don't be kissing on nobody, nothing like that.
no, one thing is, I've not had anybody that was like emotional about. I mean, I've thought about some people, but it hasn't gone far. It was just like, oh, like, so what if situation? But the last time I did have like, when I was like emotionally invested in someone, it's been a while. So I'm like, is it that I'm missing that factor a lot because then we can't talk anymore. As we can't, it's not that we can't talk anymore, we can't talk as we used to for certain reasons. And I'm just here and like sometimes I'm at home and I'm like, so who am I going to call today? And nobody comes to my mind. Because the kind of conversation I want to have, I can't have with anybody. Do you understand?
Mm.
Like there's some conversations where you just want to have with that person that person as a person. Do you understand? So because I've had those moments and now I can't have them anymore, it becomes a lot for me to handle. Do you understand? So I'm just like, yeah. So I have all these things that I've always wanted, but I'm not still happy. I'm like something is still missing. Do you understand?
Guy.
But then
Yeah.
I was it's here hard. I'm lying, it's hard.
Yeah, man. Like even you talking, I'm even though I said I really, even though I sympathize with you, and I really can't really understand exactly how things are for you, but I can understand in certain light because everything you're saying, man. I'm just taking back. Even me, sometimes I maybe up until last year, I still had those moments where I would just feel alone, alone to the point where I know I have people, I know I have a family that I can call and they get pick up, but I wouldn't even want to talk to them. I would just feel like it's just me, and the weight is just crushing me to the point where I might feel alone. My mother will call me, and for my response, she's like, "Ah, you don't want to talk to me, Neil, like what's going on?" I'm like, yes, I'm fine. Sometimes I won't even pick up. I know myself. I'll look, you come up like, nope, drop the phone, or watch the shit ring, and then continue that thing. And I understand, but according to what Ore said, it's hard to see, but there is a lot of truth to it. It's hard to see because Ore and I were talking yesterday, and I was like, it's funny how um the way God operates is so different from the way we operate because the way we operate, our mindset, our thought pattern, our hopes, our expectations, our plans, everything is hinged on a couple major factors. One of those factors being time, and another one of those factors being emotions. And God, in comparison, operates outside those two things, operates outside time and operates outside emotions. I mean, if he couldn't let emotions overwhelm him when his son was dying and he could literally turn his back and be like, you have to go through this shit. You get what I'm saying? So it's hard to see the point of certain seasons when you're in it, especially when you're in it. It's hard to see the point of certain seasons. I remember when I first came, and when it was just me for like 3, 4 months indoors, doing nothing but eating, sleeping, occasionally walking around, occasionally going to church, and I would just binge on TGJ. I would just binge, not even consciously sometimes. I just remember that my father used to watch TGJ sometimes. I was just like, we'll see what this is, and I'll just watch. Something I was just watching him, just looking at him, and he just be talking. You get what I'm saying? Got to a point where my entire YouTube history, even up to now, like if I go to my bookmarks now out on my Chrome, it's TDJs I'll see there. You get, and in the moment I do understand things, but looking back now, I could see how that moment was literally the start of me having a personal relationship with God. Because that moment pushed me to a point where when there's nobody else, I would literally have to look up and be like, Baba, how far?
What's in their call?
Waiting there.
Which they transfer, yeah.
I did have that conversation yesterday with God. I'm like, God, like, why is it like, like when you decide, like, God, like, I'm going to do everything that we agreed and everything and everything and everything. And then it's just like it's harder. Do you understand? Like when I wasn't even trying to get close to God, I wasn't even trying to pray, I wasn't trying to worship, I wasn't trying to do any of that. Like it was just like there was no problem. It wasn't easy, but there was no like it wasn't hard. Do you understand? But then now it's like, why am I even trying?
Mm.
Do you understand? Like I got to that point, like the past couple of days I've been asking, so God, like this is me having conversations with God and everything. I'm like, so like I've had this and it wasn't like this, and then now I'm even trying, I'm doing, and then it's just like I can't even catch a break.
Mm.
Do you understand? So it's like, what exactly is the problem? So because I'm like, this bank account is not balancing. I'm not getting gigs. Nothing is going on in my personal life. Nothing is going on in my relationship life. The only thing that is going on, like, I'm grateful every time at the end of the semester. Like, it's hard. Semester is still, result is still banging and everything. And I'm like, God, I'm grateful for this, but do you understand? And that's the human nature in me. Because it's not like I don't appreciate the fact that I'm doing better than I've ever done and all of that. But there's always that I want this. I wish I could have this. I wish I could have that. That type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you something. If you permit me, let me tell you something we were sharing with each other yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So things that that it's so funny how the things are not how we want them to be, but so many things we're looking for, so many things we wish would happen faster. And when we look back at how we've been in certain previous situations, when we've been in the mud in previous times, and we look back at how God took us out of it, and we say to ourselves that it was almost like this was the best possible option. This was the best possible way outside the delay and outside the things not going according to how we wanted them to go. You know what I'm saying? So as those things would encourage us, and then we read the scripture that I quoted earlier. I think Philippians 4, or I think it's in
Yes, I
Philippians
think
4, I
so.
can't remember, where he literally said, be anxious for nothing, but in prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, make your request known unto God, that the peace of God, which surpasses all human understanding, would come upon you. And I think to myself that if there's nobody I've ever looked up to, it's not like I've ever been in a situation where I'm hoping for one man to come and save my life. I'm hoping for one MD in Chevron, or I'm hoping for one Baba to make a way for me. All my life is God that I've always been hoping for. And if I reached a point in my life where I was like, I gave my life to Christ, literally gave my life to Christ. And I feel every day that I trust God, I trust how powerful he is, and I trust how he always makes a way. Then it's almost like me worrying, as human as that is, and as understandable as that is, it's almost as if me worrying is belittling him. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like I'm telling you, you tell me that you have a concern, you tell me that you want something that I'm like, I'll take care of it. Then it's almost like you belittle me when even after I said I'll take care of it, that you've already entrusted this thing to me, then you're now still working on it. They're still stressing on how the thing is going. You know what I'm saying? And it's understandable, but it does no good and it does all harm, because not only does it harm you physically and psychologically, but then it also harms how clear you can see things. It also harms how you don't see the purpose of certain seasons. You don't see reasons why you may be going through certain things. I was listening to Pastor Emesi today on Instagram, and she read the scripture, and she was talking about how people could be going through certain things. And she used the illustration in the Bible where a farmer planted seeds and weeds started to grow, and then and the workers were like, should we, like, I can't remember what the worker said. And then the conclusion of it was that it's almost like certain seasons are for you to sort certain things out. You know what I'm saying? And if that could be a reason for a season, imagine the countless reasons for different seasons. I mean, as cold as it could be in the winter is very necessary in a lot of ways. Yeah, I could be very myopic and say that if I was God, it's very possible that I would cancel winter forever and just make every time just a little bit cloudy, so it's perfect, not too dark, not too bright, a little wind, not too much sun. You know what I'm saying? But if that was how seasons were in general, imagine how destroyed the ecosystem would be. You know what I'm saying? So, man, yeah, my guy, it's hard, but you have us. You have nothing to give us in the comments that you can call her, feel free to call her whenever you want to. She's a busy woman. You might need to check up with her secretary. But feel free to call her. She said sometimes God wants to bring us to the end of ourselves so we can fully trust him. It is painful for you, but years from now you can only hope you will look back and it will all make sense. That's true.
Appreciate
I don't know.
that.
Yeah. You have us, man. Which leads me to some. It's funny how I thought about this
Yeah.
some time ago, and I feel like this may be the best time to bring it up. You don't have to give me an answer now. You can think
All
about
right.
it.
All right.
You can think of. I'll actually even prefer you think about it and
Okay.
possibly pray about it, and then give me an answer. Whatever answer you give me, that's perfectly fine.
All right.
As you know, I think we don't know. Only me will really know. But No Table Talk would officially be a year in sometime in June.
No freaking way.
Yes, freaking way.
Sometime in June. I mean, we started before then, but I was like, okay, if I want to have an official time. So I just went with from the first video I put on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We obviously started way before then, but officially in June, No Table Talk. I'll get the exact date, but No Table Talk could be in here. And I feel the urge to make certain subtle changes. And it's so funny how God works. We even have a theme song, guy.
We have
He
a
will still made the theme
TikTok.
song. He will still
Oh
made the
my
theme song.
god. Oh my god.
If you hear this thing, your daughter will be
If you hear this shit, my guy. If you hear this shit, my guy, you will still made the theme song. But so think about this. I'll prefer you think about it after you pray about it.
I'm going to write it in
But
my black book.
But some time ago, I didn't know why I was feeling that way, but I feel like it was after the first time I invited you on Not Table Talk, we just said I I mean, even before that, yeah, we've been friends for a minute. We've been friends for a minute.
Minute. I
We've
think
been
it's
friends for
more
a
than
minute.
a minute. Yeah.
We've been friends for a
It's
minute.
more than a minute.
And it's very funny how we never had a rapport, even when we're in the same physical location. We never had like a rapport like we have now, even then. By the way, it goes to opening your door.
It's not completely short. It's just like short enough to open because it's
It's
kind
just fear just cuts me in the heart.
It's open. It's not closed. But yeah.
But after the first conversation I had on Table Talk, I just had a very, I hadn't defined I hadn't defined the feeling I had. I had a feeling, and it just occurred to me that one of the steps that I should take after No Table Talk turns one, after the first step of No Table Talk, is that I shouldn't do this alone. And I should have somebody on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be host or Tumba featuring whoever. I feel like it should be. I feel inclined to have another person. To, and like even if there are other people invited, it would be me and that other person being hosting whoever or hosting whoever, however many people, you know what I'm saying. And I feel very inclined to ask you if you are interested. I'll prefer you think about it. I'll prefer you pray about it if you want to. But I felt inclined for you, but for some reason tonight it just believe has been ringing in my head. So I feel inclined to ask you if you would want to do this with me. So you can think about it.
Even that red light is showing on his face. That's a sign. That's a sign. God has already said amen.
Good, man.
But
yeah, that's my proposal. And you can let me know whenever you want to let me know. But yeah. I feel like listening to that know what? Let me see if I polish it up.
What?
You will see just bust my head, man.
Stop
Especially because,
now. Are you trying to play it?
especially, no, not.
Oh, okay. I was about to
You
say
don't want me.
that.
You should always
We're
drop it when
reviewing
the
it,
exam.
right?
The review.
Man. The thing
Don't
is,
spoil the review.
I honestly, I honestly appreciate that, man. Especially because I remember when we were still on Instagram, and then people were talking. I think like was having a competition on, do we really want to make this a thing, like come constantly? And everyone was like, yeah, let's do it. I was like, oh, okay. And then people were like, Boomer was like, I think everyone was like, I can do PR. People were like, I can do this, and they were still like, how even do a thing song. When she said that, I didn't really start in my head, and it was later when she was like, sorry, I haven't. I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, oh, the theme song. I was like, you see, I didn't even register it at all. And then she went even a step further and was like, actually give me a Christmas present. I was like, mad. Even at that point, I didn't register it. Christmas came, went, it wasn't even in my head. And she texted me and she's like, I'm so sorry, I made a little blah, blah. But I made a draft. She made a video collage where she like did the different parts and they fit together and sent me a draft. I was honestly, if it was up to me, I would just take that and be like, yes, you don't worry, this is okay. And then she goes, but yeah, so she tries to go into the studio and really polish it. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
You see, sent me another draft and then sent me another one.
Set bar.
Yeah.
So she overdid herself.
I told that and she was asking me, is there anything I wanted to say, anything I wanted to add? I was like, I mean, this was the idea, so just do whatever you feel. And honestly, for me, I just feel like in very few words that she said, I feel like she just embodies how universal not table talk is. How like just it's not geared to a strict demography of people. It's very open. You get what I'm saying? So she said it to me. Yeah. Oh Lord God. Oh Lord God. Oh Lord Jesus Christ. I told her you have to be charging money for this things like this. You have to be charging money for things like this. It was too good. But yeah, so think about my request. So whatever answer you give, you're not obliged to give any. Don't feel like you're obliged to give any answer, or you're obliged to respond in a certain way. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'll take it to the prayer room because
This door don't want to stay shut.
look, it's kind of windy tonight, and it gets really hot in here. So I'll close it so that it stops giving the ghost vibes. Hold on. Thank you for joining. See, she's saying she has to go.
Hey, see, he's already doing his duties. Thank you people for joining.
No,
Let me shut up.
Give.
I'll shut up. Don't worry.
In the comments.
I'm joking, guy. But let me read what you said. You said also sometimes when you're looking to God for something and we are thinking why it is not happening in our own timing, it's because He knows the end from the beginning. He does. Yeah, He does. There's only yesterday to that. Everything rolls down to a definite end. Everything is working towards a definite end that He knows already. So yeah. But over. Thank you guys for coming on today. Already replaced that bedroom today. That's why she's feeling with it.
No, I'm not. It just feels weird.
Alright, show us your nose ring. You don't have to show us.
That's if you can see it.
I see.
Auntie bought original gold. Man.
Oreo money.
It's
I'm going to send you my PayPal and my Cash App.
Already
Send some of
spending.
that gold money to me.
Already spending. Don't get it twisted.
And I told my mother that I'll get a piercing and to just shock her. She said, if you shock me, shock you. Don't come to my house. I say, what? What's going on?
You'll be what? You'll be okay.
I know she'll be okay in the end. Though. Because she hardly ever says, when I wanted to make my, she did not say no. When I told her, like, I wanted to lock my, she did not say no. So, like, the only agreement that we had, myself and my parents, the only thing I cannot do in this life is get a tattoo. And I'm still going to have a conversation about that eventually. But not the nose person, the person, we're going to have that conversation where like,
but you know it's different.
you what?
Hair is different from actual body modification.
Yeah, because that's permanent, I know.
Yeah,
But then
hair,
again,
hair you can cut it, remove it, and do it,
all can
whatever.
close. If I don't put anything there, they will close. But then the one that cannot clean, but you can clean it nowadays is the tattoo one. But not but that one.
Even that one, that one, I think it's cool, but like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm not particular. I've never been particular about tattoos actually. Like friends could have them, I can't be bothered. But the hair and the piercing, I've always wanted to do those two. So we're going to actually.
I feel like maybe
Inka, you don't want
I'll
to do
get
your
one.
nose. It's be cute to you.
Nose is going too far. It's going to. I'll be stepping on my father's toes if I talk about the nose. So you're like.
Did you guys see OBA's father on OBA's story? The man said, one day, you went to pierce your ears without telling me. Do you know that is a sin? Yeah, we read Bible.
Yeah.
I saw that.
When I test my husband, I called my mom. I video called my mom. Her face just as she deflated. She was destroyed. She ended because she didn't talk to me, and then she talked to me eventually. But she was just like, and then I called my father. My father was like, okay. So what is that belly button, Abby?
No, but I could do it because yes, you're an adult, but then I would like her to be on board before I actually go ahead and do it. So that's the only thing.
I knew
She hardly ever says no to when I want to do crazy stuff like that. I wanted to paint my nails. She said yes. But that was when I was younger, when my father was like, don't try it in your life. Because nail painting in my house for women. But me, I always painted my nails black because my mom had like black and cortex and all that. I can remember one day he came back from work and he was furious when I go and clean it before I open and close.
Yeah, I miss your dad, man.
I miss him a lot. You know, like now I miss him a lot, but when I was in Nigeria, we used to fight. But now I miss the arguments that we used to, not that we used to argue back and forth, but us not understanding each other used to make me want to do some things better than I did them. Now, you know, there's kind of like a level of respect now. It's kind of because there are certain things I do for myself without even telling him, and then after I tell him, and it's like, oh. So, yeah, you know, but I do miss him, which is, I think 2 years ago I would have said this. No, I do. Again, she's only. I miss my parents. I'm getting.
I'm just looking forward to actually spending time with my parents before they die. That's even if it means me bringing them here.
And you just used to mention dates die.
Because it's true now.
But you don't have to be saying it like that.
I just want to spend time with my parents before they die. Is that better?
No.
Before they pass
Don't
away.
use the word die.
Or they pass on to glory?
Before they pass away.
Something like that.
Same
Death,
God.
die is harsh.
Okay. All right.
As you were
Thank you
saying.
guys. No, I was just saying. I said it. I miss my parents. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's the theme of the conversation.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate you guys for coming on. It was a nice conversation.
I did enjoy myself and enjoy the conversation. Even it was me ranting about my current going.
Yeah, so next time it's me that'll be ranting, man. I have a lot to rant about. Hey, see, I can't. There might be water with yeah, maybe after that I'll invite others to come around and we'll be
Like,
ranting.
I like hearing about people's whatever people are going through. It kind of, like caring about people going through stuff kind of says something like you're not alone in this, whatever it is you're going through. That type of
Mhm.
gives me that type of thing. Like whatever it is you're going through, someone probably has it a little bit worse than you, even though
Mm.
that type of thing.
It humbles you. It humbles you. Like
Some
it's not all about you. Come on, other people are going through that shit. So
Mhm.
it humbles you.
It pain me say, make I shut up.
You already started. You already started.
No, dear. Because you know how this sub is gonna watch this, so maybe when you stop the thing on YouTube, I'll say.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. You guys will get you. Take a look.
Korede likes Amebo. He can swear on his life that he doesn't, that I'm the one that likes Amebo or whatever. My mother and I, but he likes to hear
No.
gist.
No, if the juice is presented to me, that's fine. But I won't be just, it's not my mind to just be gisting like that. But if it's there, come on now. It's like if they're not eating it. Come on.